Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another first impressions video. In today's first impressions video, we are taking a look at a leather sidecar for my Springfield TRP operator. I have no sponsors to the channel right now. You guys know how I roll. All I'm looking for is for you to comment down below. That helps out this channel a bunch. And furthermore, drum roll please, how annoying are these ads getting? I don't know, but I'm gonna keep doing them until I get to 1,000 subs. I have boarding sports. People thought I said boring sports the last time around, so I'm gonna speak very clearly. Boarding sports that are definitely gonna get the blood flowing. As we approach SHOT Show, I am going to have a bunch of vlogs from the West Coast and adventures from the West Coast on that channel that you guys are not going to want to miss. So hit that subscribe button. I seriously appreciate your support. All right, so I have officially dedicated myself, my life, I don't know, to this pistol here. I love the TRP, truly. I absolutely love it. I've been carrying it now daily for over a year, and I've learned a lot about the pistol. Been kind of wanting to showcase all that is out there for the TRP, because interestingly enough, this is such a popular pistol, and there's really not a lot of aftermarket support when it comes to holster options and other things. At the moment, I have only ran an X300 on here. I think the X300 is truly the only way to go with how perfectly the two mate together. I'm not saying that this is the only possible weapon light option. If you ever wanted to carry your TRP in a duty or EDC role, you're gonna have to have an X300 on there. That's just, at the end of the day, unfortunately, you're gonna have to have that or no light. Those are gonna be your two options for holsters. Falco, once again, knocking it out of the park with a gorgeous leather holster that they did custom for me, but they do have an array of holsters for the Springfield TRP operator with the X300. Full disclosure, Falco did send me this holster free of charge to take a look at on my channel. They didn't even ask me to do this video. They're one of the coolest companies I've worked with in this industry. Great bunch of folks over there. I have been carrying this TRP in this appendix rig for about 2 weeks. Since then, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I switched back to strong side carry with my other Falco leather rig. This is what I've been carrying this pistol in for over a year, this strong side rig. I never thought I would switch to strong side, but quite frankly, the more that I carried strong side, the more I just enjoyed it with this pistol. But I wanted to switch back to appendix because of concealability. You guys know I have always carried a full-size pistol. That's just kind of what it is for me, and I've always carried it in appendix. That's how I have concealed it. In carrying strong side, surprisingly, the pistol conceals pretty well, but there's one main issue and concern that I have in carrying this strong side. Now, you have a very long grip here. It's issue number one. Number two, I have never had this aggressive texture wear on a t-shirt, but the whole pistol's aggressive. Your front strap checkering, the 21 lines prints checkering, and the back strap checkering, everything's aggressive on it. So it's going to catch a shirt. Not rub a hole, but catch a shirt. And the problem is when I bend over to grab something off the floor or bend up to grab something from a high area in a store or something like that, the chances are very high that have happened to me multiple times where the pistol will grab the shirt and kind of lift it up so that it's like, oh, there's definitely a gun in that guy's waistband. Living in the great state of Pennsylvania where we can open carry, really not the end of the world, but I'm one of those people that really likes to make sure that I do not look like I have a gun on my person. So that's a big no-no for me, and it has caused me to kind of reassess how I am carrying this pistol. It is currently getting to the winter months here in Pennsylvania, so hoodies, jackets, all that good stuff make this kind of irrelevant. I don't like switching around how I carry to, oh, it's the winter months, so I'm going to carry this way, completely retrain how I draw, etc. So I want to find a solution for this, and appendix is usually the way. When it comes to fit and finish of this holster, it is as perfect as a leather holster could get. And even so, retention, I mean, that's pretty good for leather. That's pretty good. I'm holding it vertically. That's pretty banging for a leather holster. Draw is excellent, and the magazine retention is excellent. I have no complaints whatsoever, and in comparison to this Falco holster, this is the older variation that's slightly thinner leather, and even this one, I have not had any collapsing walls or anything like that, so I have no concerns of this not holding up over time. As far as comfort, it is actually excellent if you have it positioned where it should be positioned. This extra mag adapter here, similar to any other sidecar setup, provides a perfect amount of stability on your stomach. So it just gives you this very nice, almost brace, and there's a little bit of movement in the leather, and it is perfect. The issue that I have with this holster and the feedback that I have for Falco is the clip. This clip, unfortunately, is just not really working for me. You have just more of a traditional clip on this holster, and I really feel that for sidecars, you need two clips. There's gotta be another clip threaded in over here and maybe a claw over here, very similar to a majority of Kydex sidecars out there. Falco may indeed actually make a sidecar type rig for exactly the way that I'm saying it. They have so many different SKUs on their website, and I want to make it very clear, I chose this setup. So they could have exactly what I'm saying, and I just didn't choose the right one. But for me, the single clip design on such a heavy gun caused a bit too much rotation, so that throughout the day I'd find the pistol here, or kind of like in the middle of both, and the draw was really weird, and then the comfort would get uncomfortable really quick. And then also, because the clip does not have adjustable height, for me, that was a big issue, because you have a very heavy gun now sticking pretty high above the clip, so what you have happen is actually very bad lean forward, and it actually begins to get very unconcealed when it starts leaning forward. And again, you have that shirt grabbing it. So throughout the day, it was getting to the point where I had to like take it off and leave it in the car or something like that, because it was so obnoxiously not concealed. And in some areas that does not matter, but in other areas that's a big deal. I think you could probably fabricate a claw or something like that for this holster, and for others body types out there, this might be a non-issue. Like, you might have zero problems with this whatsoever, and it might conceal really well for you. For me, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? If you got a little bit of a tighter waist and a little bit of that gym glute situation going on, a little bit of a donk on you from some squats over the years, that becomes a problem. Because if you're carrying an appendix with a holster that does not have as much accoutrements up here to keep it stable and pinned to your body, what begins to happen is your belt, my butt was back here and my appendix was up here, you begin to start doing this number. So the belt lifts up in the rear, the gun drags it down, and not only does this hurt your back, but also it causes the gun to begin to droop outward. So as you're carrying it, I hope this is coming across well at all, but as you're carrying it, this starts to happen. And because there's only one clip, there's nothing really preventing that gun from just kind of sagging out. And now my waist is here and the pistol's sticking like way out in the front. Usually this would be mitigated by raising up the clip a little bit, dropping the pistol lower in your waistband, and then having a secondary clip to allow the holster to stay stable and pinned up against your body, and also allowing for repeatable draw. I also think this holster, if you were to get it for a different gun, like say a commander size 1911 or something smaller. Typically, I don't carry a lot of striker fireds in leather. That's just me. Although if you got, say, like a Glock 19 size pistol in here that was polymer, it would be a much more comfortable setup. With such a large, such a heavy gun, I just don't know if this one in particular combination works. Regardless of what I think, though, I have again dedicated myself to showcasing a variety of holster options for the TRP with X300, because I think, and maybe it's because of these videos even, there is a cult following out there about these pistols, and when it comes to them, they're growing in popularity, especially now with Springfield manufacturing them again, and there's a lot of people wanting to carry this exact pistol here. So I just want to showcase as many options as I can to let you know what is out there, because man, it was a hell of a time trying to find holster variations for me for this pistol, even being a reviewer and having the connections that I do. So hopefully this will help you out. And I'm beginning my holster trek even further in future videos to come for this TRP. I actually got another one coming from QVO Tactical in about 2 weeks. So here's 2 options right here. I got a third coming along, and I've done like 4 other holster videos for this pistol on my channel, and they're not stopping anytime soon. So next up will be how this pistol fares in a Kydex sidecar, which should be very, very interesting. I'm curious to see if there's any changes there. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.